Hey, welcome back. I am so glad that you are here. Today we are going to do the quick and dirty breakdown of how to price your balloons, how to quote your clients. If you're not sure what to do, where your numbers are coming from, and all that you've been doing is like saying, well, I'm going to spend about $100 on supplies, so I'll charge like $150. And that's like been your method. Let's fix that, okay? We're going to do it fast. There's no explanation here. If you want explanation, go to one of my other videos on my page. Okay, first you need to be considering seen and non-reusable items. That means things like balloons, custom props, things that you can see, but you're not going to be reusing for the next client. 100% of that cost needs to be passed on to your client. Next, you need to be thinking about unseen non-reusable items, all of the other things that you use in every job that you have to have in order to make your balloon setup work. Things like 260s, clamps, glue dots, tape, rubber bands, all of that stuff. Think about how much you spend on that per week. Track your expenses if you don't know. Figure out how much you spend on that per month. And then break that down, divide it by the total number of average number of jobs that you have per month. That is how much you're going to charge the customer in that category. Next, you need to be thinking about seen and reusable. So this is stuff like your ring stands, your pipe and drape stands, props that you can reuse, faux florals, stuff like that. This you're going to charge a percentage of based on how often you've used that thing and how much of it is paid off. So if it's something that you've used often and that you have already paid off, you've seen the return on investment, you're going to charge 10% of your investment in that piece to the customer, because you're still accruing wear and tear on that item. You still need to charge for it. If it is something that you anticipate frequent use on, but it has not yet paid off, maybe you're just buying it for the first time, you're going to charge 20%. And if it's something that you don't think you're going to use frequently and it's not paid off, then you're going to charge 50% of that to your client. Next, you need to think about labor. You need to pay yourself an hourly rate. This is going to vary based on your area, what your market is, what your skill, expertise, experience, all of that. Beginners, somewhere around $20 to $30 an hour. Intermediate, somewhere around $30 to $65. And advanced, $65 to $125 and up, just depending on how advanced and how popular you are. You need to figure out how many hours that you're going to be spending on this job, that you've already spent on this job, everything from the first answering of the phone or answering of the email, through planning, ordering balloons, designing, inflating, traveling, setting up, breaking down every single hour that you're going to spend on this job. Multiply it by your hourly rate. Next, you need to think about your overhead. How much money are you spending on your business outside of these like individual jobs? Things like websites, storefronts, vehicles, insurance, stuff like that. Figure out how much you're spending per month. Also divide that by the average number of jobs that you have per month. Charge that to this customer. And then lastly, you're going to consider value. Your value is your wow. Are you bringing magical moments? Are people walking into the room and looking at your work and being like, wow? This is your value. Your value is where your profit lies. But you change your value charge based on how valuable, how good you are getting. You can start at 5 to 10% as a beginner. If you are intermediate, you can make that value charge somewhere around 10 to 15%. And if you are advanced, you can make that value charge 20 to 30% or more. Again, if you're like knocking it out of the park every single time, you are booked up, you are popular, people are like eager to have your work, you can charge your value charge however you want to do it. That was fast. If you want a more detailed explanation, I have videos like that on my channel. Also, if you want me to do this for you, if you want it broken down where all you have to do is plug in the numbers, you don't have to do any calculations, percentages, any of that business, I made a calculator for that. Go to my link in my bio. There's a link there to the calculator. You can download it. You can plug in your numbers. You can use it again and again for your own personal use. Go get it. And finally, even after all of that, you're like, I don't know. Am I a beginner? Am I doing a good job? I need some help with a design, whatever. Also go and look. I have 30 and 60-minute consultations where we can break this stuff down and really get into your work and what you should be charging and where you should be looking to go. If that sounds good to you, go check it out. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Happy ballooning.